If you're like most seniors, getting a good night's sleep feels like an elusive dream. You try everything, adjusting your pillow, turning the thermostat up or down, counting sheep, but nothing seems to work. You're tired, frustrated, and stuck in a cycle of tossing and turning. But what if I told you that sleep doesn't have to be this hard? That with a few simple, yet powerful adjustments, you could start sleeping better tonight? Yes, you read that right. Tonight. Because the secret to better sleep habits isn't just about counting hours. It's about understanding what's been silently sabotaging your rest and taking control of it. In this guide, we'll uncover 7 proven, natural sleep remedies that can improve your sleep quality and help you finally get the deep, restful sleep you've been longing for. Topic 1. Changes in sleep with aging. There comes a time in life when sleep begins to feel different. Not worse, necessarily, just unfamiliar. For many older adults, it starts with waking up too early, sometimes before the sun even stretches over the horizon. The culprit? A gradual shift in the circadian rhythm, that internal clock we all run on. As we age, melatonin production drops, making it harder to fall into that deep, restorative slumber. Suddenly, falling asleep at 8 p.m. and waking up at 4 a.m. becomes the norm, and it feels like your body's working on its own schedule. But here's the kicker. Most people don't even realize this change is biological. They blame stress, noisy neighbors, or even the dog barking down the street. While those things can play a part, the real root is deeper. One potential solution? Some experts recommend tiny doses of melatonin, around 0.5 milligrams, to gently support your body's natural signals. But this should always be done under medical supervision. It's not about popping a pill. It's about understanding what your body is quietly asking for as the years roll on. And let's be honest, there's something incredibly frustrating about waking up feeling like you didn't sleep at all, even though the night passed uneventfully. This light, broken sleep leaves many longing for that rich, uninterrupted deep sleep they once had. That's when many begin looking into natural sleep remedies and simple changes in their bedtime routine to reclaim that peace. Because quality matters so much more than quantity as we grow older. And the truth is, sleep doesn't have to become the enemy with age. It just needs to be approached differently, with more compassion, curiosity, and a bit of strategy. Embracing better sleep habits becomes less about chasing sleep and more about inviting it in gently. That means optimizing your environment, respecting your rhythm, and listening to the subtle shifts your body makes. It's a dance, really, and you can still lead. Now, here's something most people never consider: how their afternoon habits, especially that seemingly innocent cup of coffee, might be the invisible thread unraveling their night's rest. Topic 2. Watch your caffeine intake. There's a comforting ritual in that afternoon cup of coffee. For many, it's more than a drink. It's a pause, a moment to breathe, a reason to sit still. But here's what few realize. As we age, our body doesn't handle caffeine the way it used to. After the age of 65, our metabolism slows down by about 33%, which means caffeine lingers in our system longer, far longer than we think. So that 4 p.m. espresso, it might still be buzzing around your brain well past midnight, hijacking your chance at insomnia relief and throwing your entire sleep hygiene into chaos. The tricky part is that this shift happens so gradually, we don't even notice the connection. We toss and turn at night and blame stress, overthinking, or even hormones. Rarely do we point the finger at our beloved brew. But there's a solution that doesn't involve giving up the ritual completely. It's called caffeine fading. This technique gently transitions you away from full-strength coffee, replacing it slowly with half CAF, then decaf, until your sleep stops paying the price for your habit. You still get the warmth, the taste, the routine, just without the silent sabotage. And here's the thing. Caffeine isn't just in coffee. It hides in chocolate, energy drinks, sodas, and even some medications. Many people unknowingly consume caffeine well into the evening, never connecting the dots between that late-night chocolate bar and their inability to enter deep sleep. Creating a more mindful bedtime routine means becoming a detective of sorts, uncovering the quiet culprits that keep your brain buzzing when it should be resting. It's not just about cutting back, it's about taking control. Of course, breaking a caffeine habit isn't easy. The body gets used to that little jolt of stimulation. But the reward on the other side is immense. People who commit to reducing caffeine often report more refreshing sleep, fewer night awakenings, and even improved mood during the day. When paired with other relaxation techniques like gentle evening stretches or sleep meditation, the results can be transformative. It's not just about sleeping better. It's about waking up feeling truly restored. And as you start to notice the positive shifts, more energy during the day, fewer yawns before noon, you might also start questioning another common habit, those innocent little daytime naps that seem harmless, but might be quietly stealing your sleep at night. Topic 3. Avoid long or unplanned naps. It starts so innocently. You finish lunch, sit down for just a minute, and before you know it, bam, you're waking up from a nap you didn't plan to take. It's a common scene, especially in older adults, and it's not just laziness or boredom. That post-lunch energy dip between 1 and 3 p.m. is biologically wired into our circadian rhythm. The body naturally slows down during this window. But here's the catch. While a short nap might seem refreshing, anything beyond 20 to 30 minutes can completely throw off your nighttime rest and disrupt your sleep hygiene. Long naps may feel good in the moment, but they rob you of the very thing you're chasing: deep sleep. When the body gets too much rest during the day, it has less sleep pressure built up at night. That means you're less likely to fall asleep quickly, stay asleep, or wake up feeling refreshed. Many people fall into a frustrating cycle. Poor sleep at night leads to naps during the day, which then makes it harder to sleep at night again. It becomes a loop that drains energy, clarity, and joy from your daily life. The solution isn't as simple as just don't nap. That's like telling someone not to breathe when they're tired. Instead, it's about strategic energy management. One of the best natural sleep remedies isn't a pill or a potion. It's light. Natural sunlight exposure during that afternoon slump can help reset the body clock and push through the sleepy spell. A short walk outside or even sitting near a bright window can trick the brain into staying alert. This reinforces a healthy bedtime routine and protects your precious nighttime sleep. Sometimes the hardest part is breaking the emotional attachment to the nap. It feels like a reward, a cozy escape. But when you start replacing that nap with a gentle routine, tea, stretching, even journaling, you shift your body's expectation. You create better sleep habits by being intentional with your energy. It's not about denying rest. It's about choosing the right rest at the right time to serve your long-term vitality and resilience. And once you stop feeding that nap monster and start sleeping deeper at night, something else starts to become more obvious. The environment you sleep in might not be doing you any favors either. A squeaky bed, too much noise, the wrong temperature. What if your room is quietly sabotaging your sleep quality? Topic 4. Biological brain changes during sleep. There's a quiet revolution happening in the aging brain, and it's happening while we sleep. Most people don't realize that as we grow older, the architecture of our sleep literally changes. We experience fewer minutes in the deep, slow wave stages, those restorative phases where memory is consolidated and the body repairs itself. At the same time, the brain becomes more sensitive to noise, light, and even temperature. Suddenly, we wake up to the smallest creak of the floorboards. It's not in your head, it's in your biology. You might lie in bed, staring at the ceiling, wondering why 8 hours feels like 4. That's because it's not just about how long you sleep, but how deeply. And this loss of deep sleep is more than just annoying. It affects focus, immune function, and emotional resilience. But here's the good news. While we can't stop time, we can absolutely improve the quality of the sleep we do get. Small, targeted changes in our sleep hygiene can make a powerful difference. And it starts with respecting the bedroom like a sacred temple of rest. The ideal sleep environment is dark, quiet, and cool. Even one sliver of hallway light or the hum of a TV can pull the brain out of deeper stages of rest. One overlooked factor? The mattress. Most people wait over a decade to replace theirs, when in truth, a worn-out mattress can ruin your alignment and subtly interrupt your sleep cycles night after night. Investing in comfort is not a luxury. It's a natural sleep remedy that pays off in years of better rest. The same goes for pillows, blackout curtains, and noise machines. Beyond the physical space, there's also the psychological impact of sleep fragmentation. Waking up multiple times a night can trigger stress responses in the brain, even if you don't fully remember it. That's why your bedtime routine needs to begin hours before your head hits the pillow. Dim the lights, avoid stimulating media, and engage in relaxation techniques like meditation or soft breathing. You're not just putting your body to bed, you're preparing your mind to descend into healing stillness. And once you begin creating this protective bubble around your sleep, you might notice something unexpected. Despite all your efforts, your sleep might still feel fragmented. That's when it becomes essential to ask, what else could be waking you up so often? Because sometimes the culprit isn't the mattress or the room. It's your health talking through the night. Topic 5. Medical conditions affect sleep. It's a harsh truth that many seniors have to face. The body changes in ways that aren't always visible. The internal battles that affect sleep are often quiet ones, hidden in conditions like high blood pressure, diabetes, depression, and obesity. These medical issues don't just disrupt your day, they infiltrate your nights, too. The truth is, when these conditions go untreated, they can wreak havoc on your sleep hygiene. It's not just a matter of tossing and turning. These conditions can cause fragmented sleep, leading to a vicious cycle where poor sleep makes the health problems worse, and the health problems, in turn, worsen sleep. Imagine dealing with the stress of high blood pressure and feeling your body on edge, only to find that this tension keeps you up at night. Or picture living with diabetes and waking up multiple times because your blood sugar levels are fluctuating. It's exhausting, right? The challenge lies in the fact that many don't realize how profoundly these issues are affecting their sleep quality. For some, these medical conditions are so intertwined with their sleep issues that it feels like a never-ending loop. But there is hope, and it starts with addressing the root causes of both the body and mind. By focusing on managing these conditions, whether through medication, lifestyle changes, or therapy, you're not just improving your overall health. You're also helping to restore your body's natural sleep rhythm. Getting insomnia relief in these circumstances isn't a quick fix. It's a long-term commitment to a healthier lifestyle, one that improves not just the body, but the quality of your sleep. Managing these conditions doesn't just bring you better days, it can bring you better nights, too. But let's be clear, it's not just about treating the body in isolation. These conditions don't live in a vacuum. They affect every part of you, including your emotional well-being. So, focusing on mental health becomes just as important. Depression, for example, often compounds sleep issues, leaving individuals lying awake, trapped in a dark spiral of thoughts. Recognizing and addressing mental health is a key part of better sleep habits. Therapy, meditation, and even simply sharing your feelings with a friend can help break this cycle. As you begin to heal the body and mind, you'll notice your nights getting easier. But before you drift into a peaceful sleep, there's something that may be silently interfering with your rest, something that could be even more persistent than a medical condition: your breathing. Topic 6. Sleep apnea and breathing disorders. There's a quiet thief in the night that many don't even know is there. One that disrupts sleep not by keeping you awake, but by stealing the quality of your rest. It's called sleep apnea, and it affects countless older adults. The hallmark signs: snoring, gasping for air, waking up feeling unrefreshed, might seem like minor annoyances. But make no mistake, sleep apnea is a serious condition. It's not just about snoring. It's about the fact that your brain and body are being deprived of oxygen throughout the night, leading to fragmented sleep and long-term health risks, from heart disease to strokes. The danger is that sleep apnea often goes undiagnosed. People chalk up their restless nights to stress or old age, unaware that their sleep is being fragmented multiple times each hour. But when you start connecting the dots, those waking moments when you gasp for air, the heavy fatigue during the day, the irritability, you realize that the true culprit might be a breathing disorder. The good news is that, with the right treatment, you can drastically improve both your sleep quality and your overall health. It starts with awareness. One of the most effective treatments for sleep apnea is the CPAP machine, a device that helps keep your airways open while you sleep. It might seem intimidating at first, but the benefits are undeniable. Imagine going from feeling like you've barely slept to waking up with energy, clarity, and vitality. The change is profound, but CPAP isn't the only option. For some, oral devices or even lifestyle changes, like weight management or sleeping position adjustments, can have a significant impact. If you suspect that sleep apnea might be behind your restless nights, it's essential to get a diagnosis. A simple at-home sleep test can confirm the condition, and from there, you can explore the best treatment options with your doctor. But even beyond treatment, taking steps to create the ideal sleep environment, keeping your bedroom cool, quiet, and dark, helps your body and brain respond better to the treatment and maximize your sleep. And when you start to address your breathing, you might just notice something else starting to improve: your body's ability to relax deeply before bedtime. But sleep apnea isn't the only breathing disorder that can disrupt your rest. There's another condition that's just as sneaky, one that can cause more subtle, yet persistent disruptions to your sleep: restless leg syndrome. And once you start addressing your breathing issues, it might become even clearer how these two conditions could be linked. Topic 7. Restless leg syndrome and periodic limb movements. Imagine trying to fall asleep, your body yearning for rest, only to feel a constant, almost unbearable need to move your legs. You toss and turn, searching for a comfortable position, but it's like your limbs have a mind of their own. This is the reality for many people dealing with restless leg syndrome, RLS, and periodic limb movement disorder, PLMD. Both conditions are often misunderstood, as they don't always show up on a standard sleep study, but the effects they have on sleep are real and profound. RLS, in particular, creates an irresistible urge to move the legs, usually accompanied by discomfort, often making it impossible to get the deep sleep your body craves. But here's the thing: RLS doesn't just affect your ability to sleep, it impacts every part of your life. Those micro-awakenings throughout the night add up, leaving you feeling drained during the day. And unlike more well-known conditions like sleep apnea, RLS can be dismissed as a nervous habit or just a minor annoyance. Yet, over time, it can cause severe sleep fragmentation, robbing you of precious rest and significantly affecting your overall sleep quality. What makes RLS tricky is that its symptoms can vary. For some, it's a mild sensation that comes and goes. For others, it's a constant battle, with legs moving involuntarily every few minutes. The key to improving your situation lies in both understanding the root causes and finding strategies that work for you. The first step? Check your iron levels. Low iron is a common culprit for RLS, so a simple blood test can be a good place to start. If necessary, iron supplements may bring some relief, though it's important to work with a doctor on this. Additionally, certain medications, such as antidepressants and antihistamines, can actually worsen RLS symptoms, so it's vital to review your prescriptions with your healthcare provider. If you're relying on these to manage other conditions, ask about alternatives that might be less disruptive to your sleep. And as with any sleep disorder, relaxation techniques like meditation or gentle stretching before bed can help calm the mind and body, reducing the urge to move. But beyond these steps, increasing your physical activity during the day can help. Regular exercise not only promotes better sleep habits, but can also reduce the severity of RLS symptoms, making it easier for your body to settle into a natural, deep sleep cycle. When you combine these lifestyle changes with the right treatments, you begin to break free from the grip of restless legs and fragmented nights. As you start to address RLS, you'll begin to notice your body and mind shifting, but there's one more thing that's essential to your journey toward true restorative sleep. Often, it's the very foundation of your sleep environment that may be subtly sabotaging your efforts to get the rest you deserve. And so, the next step on your path is to make sure your bedroom is working with you not against you. Now that you know these 7 powerful ways to improve sleep quality and create the ultimate bedtime routine, it's time to take action. The ball is in your court. What will you do with this knowledge? Are you ready to stop struggling with restless nights and start embracing the rejuvenating sleep your body needs? Start small, pick 1 or 2 tips from this guide and implement them tonight. Notice the difference. And as you begin to experience the magic of natural sleep remedies, the transformation will motivate you to continue. Don't let another night slip away without trying something new. Your journey to better sleep starts right now. And hey, if you found this video helpful, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications. You won't want to miss the next step on your journey to a healthier, happier you. Let's keep learning and growing together. Sweet dreams await.